Hey guys, PLJ_95 here with a world tour of my survival world because it recently surpassed 10,000 in-game days. Before I get started, I want to say a huge thank you to all of you who are watching here on YouTube and those that also watch over on Twitch. Because of all the support from you incredible people, this world has seen some massive changes and huge achievements earned. This world was created on a PS4 in April of 2020 and is now played on the Windows 10 version from the PC that I was able to buy because of all of the support from you guys. At the time of this recording, I have over 1,900 subscribers on YouTube and over 18,000 followers on Twitch, with me getting partnered on Twitch as well. I really can't express how thankful I am for everything that has happened, and now, without further ado, let's get into this world tour. Where better to start a world tour video than at your starter base, and that is exactly what I am doing here. This is my starter base and it is a really cute 5x5 house with a dock area attached to it, and it also allows me to go fishing in the river. We also got the stanchions to go all the way down so that it has proper support. I think it is a really cute way to have a starter base, and then obviously we can see all the way out and there's bigger, larger projects. But this always brings us back to our humble beginnings where we didn't have many resources, and I think it's just perfect for what I needed in this world. We've also got my doggy, Alan, out here, my ghost buddy right there, guarding the gate, what a good boy. And we have Susie here, who, when I went fishing for countless hours at the start of the game, would protect me from those pesky phantoms that would try and murder me dead. Thank you so much, Susie, for protecting me from those murderous phantoms. I will never forgive them if they killed me, but you saved me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a good little girl. See, guys, cats are the way. Make sure you have a cat. And then, on the inside, we have my very small, very tight house, but we have 3 double chests of storage, and if I really wanted to, I could have put an ender chest up here. I only wanted the 3 double chests because they hold all of the valuable things I have in this world, such as one of the 2 dragon eggs that I currently own. We've got all the furnaces that we need, if you include the furnace that is in the barn. Yes, I am aware that the blast furnace is facing the wrong way, but that's because I don't actually like the way that the front of the blast furnace looks. So you'll notice with the furnaces later that I tend to turn them around. For some reason, I don't mind the smokers, but again, that is personal preference. So remember guys, inspiration is your only limit. You'll notice we have a pig step disc in every dimension in this world, and this was the first one that we had, so we put it in our starter base. And again, the rest of the chests are filled with mob heads, other valuables that we have in this world. And I think for a starter base, this is actually a really cute little build. You don't need very much more for your starter base. I have storage hidden underneath this barn. There's also a lot of hidden secrets in this barn, so I will come back to this at a later point because I don't really want to spoil them, because it leads us on to other parts of the world. Obviously, behind the barn you can see all these fields that we have. We have wheat, we have carrots, we have potatoes, beetroots, melons and pumpkins. They're awesome and they go all the way along the side of the river up towards that bridge, and it was just so that this area had something nice to look at, because before it used to all be oak and spruce wood trees. It was a really big forest. I think the best thing to do is to take you down this path onto our mining outpost, which if we stand here, you might be able to just see next to where that little bit of a hill is there. So I think next time that I join you guys, we'll be over there at the mining outpost. We're now over at the mining outpost, and I do want to let you guys into a little secret. It's not even really a secret because most people know at this point, especially over on my Twitch channel, that these 2 houses are actually tutorial houses from YouTube. I didn't quite know what style I wanted to go for in this world yet, and I was looking through YouTube. I was still streaming to no people at this point, so I was like, okay, let's find a YouTube video to help me pass through the stream time where I had nobody in my chat. And these were the houses that I found, and I used them to make a cute little mining outpost. Down there is my mine, which I'll show you a little bit later on. As you can tell, this is definitely my design, because look at how complex and detailed these are compared to how simple, I think is a nice way to put it, how simple this little area is. You can tell that I definitely got some help from these builds from YouTube. But I wanted them because they hide my villages. My initial villages are hidden in the upstairs room on both of these houses, and I'll go inside and show you where they are kept. This is the downstairs area. We have a cute little bedroom. Up here on these floorboards, we have just a little bit of storage that I never use because it's not easy to get to. And then we have 2 villagers. This one is actually my good villager. As you saw, fire protection 4, silk touch, feather falling 4, and fortune 3, all on one villager. We don't talk about that guy. The reason we don't talk about that guy there is because back in the day, I didn't know that you could see the enchant of the first book when you were doing villagers. Okay, I thought you just had to randomly roll the book. Luckily, Twitch chat told me that if you hover over it, you can see the enchant, which is why the one that I showed you is so good for the first book. But the other guy, yeah, we don't talk about that. That person's just there as a reminder to myself that you don't always know everything in this game. So don't be afraid to ask for help, which I think is a very, very good lesson that I learned from this whole experience. This room holds our most prized and precious villager. But first, we have a cute little storage area, little workstation out here, a little bit of storage over there, which again, we never use because it's so far away from our base over there. In here, we have a cake. And the reason we actually have a cake here is because when I was doing the wall section that you're about to see down there, I got my first viewers, and during that time it was actually some of their birthdays, and these are the lucky people whose birthday that it was. You'll notice that one says Joe's child because obviously identities sometimes need to be protected, so it was just a little something, a little birthday cake, so almost like a little Easter egg in this world that's gonna stay there, and I will definitely never get rid of it. Up this staircase here we have Lad 2.0, and this guy is our mending villager. He is our prized possession. You don't really want to know why he's called Lad 2.0, but I'm going to tell you anyway. And the reason Lad 2.0 is up there is because I may have brutally murdered Lad 1.0. And the reason is, again, back before I knew you could see the enchants on the actual villager librarian, I kept being rolled for books that I didn't want, and eventually I got annoyed and murdered him. And that's actually how I found out that you just hover over the book. Because the stream chat was like, why are you murdering the villager? I was like, because I'm so annoyed. And then they just decided to tell me, well, you know you could do this. And I was like, bruh. I felt like such an idiot. I felt like such an idiot, guys. But again, reminders that you have to learn to remember that you don't know everything in the video game. There's people who have been playing this game for a lot longer than you, and they are stark reminders of that. But I think this whole area looks super cute, and I'm very, very happy with the way that it came out. And again, we had to clear a few trees. We got a pathway that goes up there to our next section, which you can kind of see what it's going to be from it poking over the top of that house there. But this is the mine. This is where our first farms were put into the game. We had some more furnaces and blast furnaces. Oh, just look. Oh, they're just so ugly. They're just so ugly. And this is where I actually began learning how to texture builds. So this is a very, very important little project here. I started trying to texture my builds, which you'll see a lot more in the parts that we're going to come to later. We have rail carts that go all the way down. We have Revy the fox that got trapped. Again, all of the things that you see named in this world were not named by me. They were named by the people in Twitch chat. So if you want to name something in this world, all you have to do is come over to the Twitch chat, get the channel points, and then you'll have something forever named, because I make sure that they don't die. Even if they're close to breaking, for example, if you name a bow, because I use infinity, I will never let it die, and I'll keep it somewhere in my world. I have a carrot that says inspiration is your only limit. Come on. I keep everything. But, okay, rant over. We haven't actually finished down here, and the reason I didn't continue this all the way down is because I haven't actually had to mine at any point down in the mine. And the main reason for it is we have done some big dig projects that you'll see later on. Like, it is literally just a wall. So I haven't actually done anything down here at this point. We did some big dig projects that you will see, as I said. So that is still an unfinished mine. If we come through here, a cute little walkway to protect us. Door, very important if a zombie does manage to walk all the way down and get in that part here. We have my concrete converter set up right here. So I'll take concrete powder, place it all the way in here. Let me just get a quick nom nom. Put it in here, and then we'll sprint all the way down, because if you sprint and you get it at the furthest reach, you can instantly break the blocks, and we go back and forth and do it until we have all the concrete that we need, because we don't have a good offhand in Bedrock. Which is why I'm holding an arrow, because I usually have a bow on me, and it saves inventory space. Okay, before you guys ask any more questions about my arrow, it's good. Use an arrow in your offhand. Don't use totems. Accept the death. Okay, it is survival. If you're playing hardcore and you want to use a totem, use a totem. But this isn't hardcore. If I die, I just press the respawn button. It's absolutely fine. But we also have sugarcane farms. I got some passive sugarcane farms, which back in my noobness, I didn't chunk a line. So we do often find that the minecarts get lost, such as this one here. I think the actual chunk board is like here. So that minecart is always going missing, but little bit by little bit, it just goes on. Oh, I thought that one had just been done. But yeah, we got a little bit of extra sugarcane if we need it. And then we also have a very, very small one of our 2 cactus farms in this world. Little cactus farm in case, you know, we need a little bit of extra cactus, and I am down here because I did actually spend quite a while converting concrete powder into concrete for a build that you'll see later on. So that is mainly my first farm area. I know nothing is really automatic. That's passive, and it's really, really slow. The cactus one is, again, it's kind of automatic, but they're so slow. So I don't really call them good farms, but they were my first attempt at a farm. Why were you sitting up? Hey, no need to get excited. No need to get excited yet. We're not even on to the super cool things. Revy, calm down. But yeah, this is my first little farm area, and the first time that I really tried texturing things. So I was very, very happy with the way that that started to come out. But the next time that I will join you guys for a little commentary part is over there, where you can see those big towers where I started building the castle walls and the first attempt at a village. So we're going to walk down that path, and I'll meet you right there. We're outside the first part of the castle walls that we made, and also our first cute, very, very small village, which are all based upon my starter house, and all were the first ones that I actually designed and made myself. So I was super, super proud with this very, very small village, because obviously, as I admitted to those over there, I used a tutorial. Again, I don't think there's any issues with it. Using tutorials are there to help you, like, if you use a farm, you're going to use a tutorial, right? If you don't know what's happening. But these were the first houses that I made by myself. This one is almost an exact replica of my house that you saw over there. And this one adds a little side fishing dock, fishing area, which is a super cute addition. And fun little fact, if you guys ever go back to my first ever YouTube video, right around that corner is the first part of the world that you ever saw on YouTube. So a nice little history fact for you there. I think it's, you know, a little cool thing to know. But every little thing here was decorated inside by myself. Again, the back was furnace. This is one of the only ender chests that I have outside of my barns in any part of this area, all in this section, including the bits that you'll see inside the walls later on. But all of these, whilst they look like they were built first and, you know, we're following the natural terrain here, what actually happened is this tower here, well, these set of towers here, we built them first because I wanted to get an outline of where I wanted my castle to start. And then what I did is I realized I want this to be my highest point, and then I terraformed this entire area. It used to be bumpy, used to have holes everywhere, and I thought, what better way to fill that space than by putting some extra farms in here, because all the farms that I have over there that are a little bit smaller, I made bigger in this section here, which is why the wheat field isn't as big, but the beetroot field is massive, absolutely humongous, and there's no reason to have a beetroot field this big, but I did it because I wanted to, and I actually kind of like the way beetroots look. The little red pops so well, especially next to the wheat, so I'm actually really happy with the way that all of this section out here looks. We also included a barn out here, again, just so that we could get some horses, and this is actually my first sheep farm. So this bit right here is where I used to get all of my colored wool, because the top of the towers actually have red carpet on them. So before I changed them all to multiple colors, I used to have them all red, and I would shear them so that I could make the top of the tower spawn proof. But obviously by this point as well, I needed extra storage. So the barns, as I didn't show you in that one over there, underneath they all have this trapdoor with a little bit of storage underneath them. This one isn't quite yet full and is actually much bigger than the other one that I will show you later. But I just think it's a cute way to hide your storage, because I don't actually like having huge storage areas above ground. I think it's really nice to hide them underneath. And I'm very happy with the way that the barns all turned out. They're super cute. Hidden storage is always a win in my book. We have a little bridge that goes to absolutely nowhere, but it happens. I haven't expanded that way. Actually, no. The reason the bridge goes that way is because my little tiny hole that isn't really there anymore from my first night is over in that direction. So if I ever did want to go out and find it again, I have a bridge that goes towards it. So it's just something that leads me back towards a initial part of the world that I used to play in. But this part of the wall over here is actually something that is very interesting in how it shaped the design of this entire area. We have one mountain here. This part of the castle that you can see back here didn't actually used to be on flat area. Where you see the tops of those towers actually used to be the top of where another little mountain used to be. So all of that there was terraformed down after this outside wall was made. This outside wall was hugging that mountain, because the initial plan was to put basically something like this on top of that hill, but then I didn't actually like the way that it went with the overall look of what we had. So the wall had already been built, and then there was this awkward little space between this mountain and the wall. So what I decided to do was dig out this entire area and then fill it with water source blocks. So all the bits that you can see that have coral in them, all the little sea pickles, were done by me. And over there, you'll be able to see there is a signpost, and that is just to show that that is the Tyler River. That little stretch, which actually goes all the way over there, and I'll show you when we sneak up there, because I'm sure you guys wonder what those houses are. This little part of the river was all dug out by myself, made into water source blocks, and fun fact, when I was digging that out, it's actually the first time I ever got raided on Twitch. How cool is that? A little bit of a world remembrance there, that, you know, we were digging this out. I remember, because there used to be the hill, I had an emerald beacon. I had an emerald beacon helping me dig it out, and the emerald beacon was pretty much exactly where that tower was, and that is where I first got raided on Twitch. So it's just nice to remember those little details. So the Tyler River holds a soft spot in my heart for cute little reasons like that. It's also the first time I ever had over 5 concurrent viewers on Twitch. So this little small patch of river holds a lot of good memories for me. But let's go up here, and with the amazing power of editing, we're going to be up there in just a second. And in no time at all, here we are on top of the hill. So on this mountain right here, actually pretty much where those chickens are currently standing, is where we met our good friend Piggerton. Piggerton has become a huge part of my Twitch channel. Is who all of my emotes are based off of. All my channel point redemptions are kind of based off of Piggerton. And Piggerton used to live in this house here. We made him a cute little house. We did unfortunately think that we lost Piggerton. In the chest, for anyone wondering, are the carrots that used to be there and the water that used to be placed in that slot there. Piggerton was just a simple pig who we used to come up to, visit, and before DMCA was a problem on Twitch, we used to dance with Pigstep with the old pig because it was just a cool thing to do. And unfortunately, due to Bedrock being weird and lightning sometimes glitching through ceilings, which I've been struck by in my starter base, lightning got through and struck Piggerton. And Piggerton not only changed to a zombified piglin, but he also transported with his entire house, which I will be showing you later, and is actually crazy. If I had my coordinates on in the top left hand part of my screen and I could easily show you them, you would see that the place where he is now has a direct correlation with the coordinates that you see right here. It's actually terrifying. But there's also another house up here, and partly for this was because we didn't find Piggerton for a long time. So good news, Piggerton isn't dead. Piggerton's still with us, but he's somewhere else. So in the time where we didn't know Piggerton was alive, we actually brought some chickens with a house of their own up here. Let me just quickly eat. And these were named by my moderator over on Twitch, which was Nishi Star. And we initially had Chuck, and then every time they drop an egg, I usually throw them on the floor. But now I just let them despawn because we have Chuck Jr. and Chuck the Third. I don't know if I can handle any more chickens named Chuck. So we just let them stay there chilling with the cake. Obviously, happy birthday, Mom, was with the cake. So this is just a cute little thing that's on top of the world. And it gives you a really nice view down on the river that we made. And it's funny, this river actually goes nowhere from here. So we needed to add this river to connect this river and the other river that flows through that part of the world there. It's a super cute little part to the world. And if you go up here, you'll see my powdered snow farm, which is actually so small because I don't really use powdered snow, but it gives you a really cool overview of the entire area, and you can just about see my starter base all the way in the distance. And those little two red towers there signify the end of the Tyler River. So it took a long time because that was pre-Netherite. We were using diamond. I didn't have any XP farms. I was using a zombie spawner at the time to repair my tools. So this took a long time, but again, it adds something so beautiful to this part of the world. But now that I've been showing off this inner part, I think it's time that I actually go through it and show you what's going on. So again, with the power of editing, I'll be down right by that barn the next time I see you. And in no time at all, we're back down at the castle entrance. We were just up there before, if you guys want to get a view of where we were. And again, this was the first part of the towers that we built. The towers are actually all connected all the way around. We have very simple ladders that go in, and on this section of the floor, the wall will carry all the way around to all different parts of the castle, so that we actually do have a fast way to get through if we don't want to go through the center of this part here. But these little guard towers give another really nice view of the overall part here. We have empty market stalls, but we do have some market stalls around the edge here. I was waiting for the entity bug to get fixed before I started messing with villages again, which you'll understand why when we get into the main marketplace. But you can see right here we have a horse stable with a cute little horse pen in the back. This horse pen was actually inspired by Joe Bushki, who plays on my subscriber realm, which if you want to join, please go over to the Twitch channel and see all the requirements to join that. But it was actually inspired by something that Joe built in one of our sub realms. So thank you, Joe, for giving me the inspiration for this. We have a load of horses. Again, another horse did despawn. This was filled with horses, and none of them have any names yet. So again, if you want to name something, come over to Twitch. You have the chance to name them. And you know, we just built some cute little things to block off the walls from that little part there. And we have a load of different houses in this section here. That iron golem is actually stuck there, which serves him right, because creepers attack you. And when creepers attack you, you blow everything up. Right. You remember when you did that before? Yeah, I remember, but you probably don't remember. It's probably not even the same iron golem. I was probably just rude to an iron golem for no reason there. Sorry, but it's all right. He'll forgive me. It's not like, what's he gonna do? Chase after me? Nah, he's stuck. But yeah, we have the houses all decorated in a very similar theme to what we had in the mining outpost. We use the downstairs bedroom as a cute little bedroom with a bit of storage in all of the houses. Added a kitchen, backwards furnace, and we added a little bit of a storage room and a attic that they can use for whatever they want, with a quick escape, because everybody needs a quick escape from their attic. Every single house is detailed pretty much the same, whether they're 2-bedroomed or 1-bedroomed. Again, I'll show you this one. Let me just nom. So in here, again, we have a little area when we come in, a little kitchen, and also a cute little bedroom. Plasma screen TV. If you don't have a plasma screen TV in your house on your Minecraft world, that is the painting that you should use. Everybody needs a plasma screen TV if you can fit it in your base. Oh my god, this iron golem. Since the update, we can now see how much damage that the iron golems have taken. Look at this poor guy. Oh my god, am I going to repair you? Absolutely not. But look at you. You have been fighting off all the mobs here. Well done, dude. Well done. But before, when I was just outside up there on the tower, I mentioned that entity despawning was a thing that I was plagued by. And this little bit in the middle is my marketplace. I had all the books that I needed, for example, power 5, because I don't use mending on my bows. So I would always have to remake my bows. And they despawned. Again, like this one, my efficiency villager despawned. But luckily, what did that guy do to you? He's not even there! Who are you? Who sucks? Wait. We can fix that. Oh my god, you're so rude. Who? Keat. I apologize to any Keatons watching. Oh my god. If you want me to murder this guy, tell me. All he has is Unbreaking 3. I can roll that quite easy. Jesus, you're so rude. So rude and disrespectful. Yeah, this is my initial fountain. I wanted the market to be the centerpiece of the village, and most of that comes from my old PlayStation 4 world before. Excuse me, Mr. Golem. I'm trying to talk to the people here. That comes from my old PlayStation 4 world, where I thought I lost it due to a corruption and moving to a different part of the world. So I started it again. I had screenshots of it, so I used it as inspiration to get the centerpiece of my village that I wanted to build inside a castle. And again, the towers, if I could show you the screenshots, which I don't have anymore because I stupidly deleted them, yet I'm not the smartest guy. I deleted them, but the towers are based on the designs from the old ones as well, including the fountain. The fountain has a very similar resemblance to the old fountain. And then this fountain is actually a really cute small one because, when we get to this part of the world, this is the inner wall. I wanted something grand, so we made some really big towers. These will be reflected in these ones behind. So this part of the build is not quite finished yet. These towers will be rebuilt on these 4 here. We have all the outer sections done, and I think the walls look absolutely incredible. And again, I know I keep saying it, but guys, the Twitch chat were the people who helped me design the walls. They told me, that doesn't look too good. That does look good. So thanks to the Twitch chat for helping me with those parts of the walls as well. And underneath here, we have beacons. So I have beacons hiding underneath here while we were building it. And the idea is that we're going to have beacons that have the beams going up around this fountain to make this area look super, super cool. But whilst we're building it, having that many beacon lights in your face is kind of annoying. So we hid them. And then we've got cute little armor guys. I want to say armor because the armor's here. We have cute little armor statues to help, signify that this is an area that is royal and is very, very important to the world. But obviously it's not finished yet, and even the insides aren't finished. If I give you a quick look, it is empty. But one thing that we do have in here that is very well hidden, mini beacon, we actually have a chicken farm. So I have a little chicken farm collecting eggs. because I needed those for wither roses. And while we were building the towers, I thought, you know what? Let's throw a little chicken farm in there, because why not? Why not? And I actually don't need it anymore, but do I want to get rid of it? No, because eggs are always super, super useful. And yeah, we'll continue walking down this part here. Again, it almost copies that part over there. We have more houses. Nom, nom, nom. We have some more houses that go all the way down, and some more empty market stalls, again, for the reason that I didn't want to mess with entity, despawning. And now that it stopped because of the update, I can actually start putting villagers in there, which is going to be super, super nice. And then one of the only other farms that we have in here, we have a bee sanctuary. We get honeycomb and bottles of honey from these guys. And it was a really nice thing that we just put into this spot here. Again, I believe this design was done by Slack Lizard. So thank you to Slack Lizard for that tutorial. And, I hid all the redstone inside these little houses. There isn't really much to them, but I didn't want all the redstone on show. But I did like the idea of having the bees come out and let you see them. So I was actually really, really happy with this. Okay, good. The minecart picked up that honeycomb. I was worried for a moment there, because that does happen every now and again. Bedrock is weird. Bedrock is buggy, if you guys didn't know. And then this part of the world, we're coming over to the dock area. All these sections are lit up. As you can see, we have lanterns hidden under. And the reason we use lanterns is because I don't own that much glowstone. But also, torches give off a little fire effect, and lanterns do not. So we put lanterns underneath so that we don't get that effect. But it does light up at night, making it really, really safe. And we've got a little bridge going over to the dock area, appropriately named the Toon Docks. Thank you, Toon, for redeeming that again over on Twitch. We have a little pavilion that takes us to a nice little viewpoint to the start of the Tyler River, or the end, depending on which way you're coming down. And this beautiful looking bridge. This is what connects the entire walls together. So they go all the way around from that section over there where we started, all the way around this huge little this city. Huge little. Wow. Amazing. Words, they escape me. But yeah, I'm very, very happy with the way this looks. So we've got the Tyler River that goes into the Toon Docks, and we have a few little boats that are actually anchored. Instead of building the anchors down, I thought I would try something a little bit different, and I connected them to grindstones that were connected to the floor. And I think it actually looks out really, really, works out really, really well. This one, we brought it a little bit closer just so that we don't have the exact same thing with that one over there. And it's a little bit of a smaller boat, so it wasn't a huge issue having it slightly different. Let me just quickly eat. And then over here, we actually do have plans to expand this village over here, but this village isn't done yet, and I'll show you. And it also brings us over to the main channel point redemption that I have in my Twitch streams, which is the TNT launcher. And that right there holds 24 TNT that when I push a button, it all fires onto me. I'm stood in water, so I don't die. I only die to my own stupidity, when I forget to turn my elytra on, when I'm falling to my death from Y level 600, but makes good clips. So that is one of the main channel point redemptions that we have over on Twitch. So if you want to get involved in that, that is the place to be. And it's really, really cool. Just a cool little feature that we added for a little bit of interactions in the stream. And I think it's actually doing a really, really good job. People seem to love it, and I really enjoy it. It's always a nice little break from huge building projects. And, who doesn't like watching the streamer die to their own stupidity? I think it's absolutely amazing to see it. And this little part here, actually, do you know what? I think we'll add a clip of me dying, just so you guys can see it. We'll add a clip in here, and I'll see you in just a moment. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Oh my god! That was 499! Oh, it happened! It happened! 3, 2, 1. Oh my lord! That's the new high score! We got a brand new PB. I forgot to press the button. Okay, now that you've laughed at me dying to my own stupidity, and how close was that? Why level 499? Our channel point redemption is Y500 and above, or 499 and below. So some people were very, very sad with that. But yeah, you can see just how cool the TNT launcher is from that clip. And this is now our village that is unfinished. I built this when I didn't understand how axolotls spawned. So I put the tinted glass on here, hoping that axolotls would spawn, but they don't. So this entire area here needs to change. But, you know, one good thing out of it, we're about to get a load of tinted glass. And unfortunately, this is the only house that has beds in it, and that was because I needed to sleep whilst I was building the dock area. The rest of them are... Oh, they have beds too. Nice. Did I put beds in all of them? Oh my lordy. Oh my god. So all the houses have beds, but nothing else. So I guess they're kind of functional. If... you can tell I'm a guy, can't you? You can tell I'm a guy. It has a bed and a kitchen. What more do you need? So yeah, it's not quite finished yet. Even the pathways haven't been designed. But the outer part that brings us onto the crop fields, again, I like lining my river with something. You know, all the way down there we have the walls. Here we have beautiful, beautiful trees with all the flowers. And then we have all the crops on the other side. And again, we have another barn, which will have storage, but we haven't actually expanded that down yet. It's part of our ongoing, let's get this village done first before I expand this bit. So that is one thing that we do need to do. Otherwise, I'm actually going to run out of storage. I have several chest monsters in this world. I'm not going to show you where they are because obviously you would actually cry. It makes Grian's chest monsters look like they are babies. Like my chest monsters are actually unreal. And I'm starting to build a second one. So I kind of probably should build this storage under here before it gets too late and my stream chat starts to get annoyed at me. But that is this area complete. And like I said before, that barn over there holds a load of secrets. So I think with that, we will go this way down this path and I'll meet you over there by the barn. So this is the barn that holds some wonderful secrets. If you listen in the background just very, very intently, you might hear one of the secrets that it is holding, and that is my Nether portal. But let's go down there and actually show you the whole design. This is... Okay, let's go down. This is where I had my first storage room, which is mostly filled at this stage, which is why we added the extra storage over in that barn there. We have a few little chainmail armor stands because chainmail used to be actually quite hard to get until I made a zombie spawner, and then they became so common that I literally have a full double chest full. But I thought they were a cool little thing guarding the portal. They're not going to do anything, but I just think they were a cool little design. And we'll not actually go through the Nether portal yet because that holds some more stuff. But here we have my little Nether hub for all my Nether hub needs. So we've got the Nether wart, we have a brewing stand, a little bit of infinite water here, so if I need to fill my bottles, and then my storage room there if I need any other items to put into the brewing stands. I really, really like the way this looks, and I did use coal here, and that was because this was before I knew about concrete. But I still think the coal with the texture looks really, really good in this part there. And the beams were there to help this beautiful build here. This is my favorite build in the whole world. And this is my floating enchanted island. As you can tell, it's floating here as well. We have a little escape route for when I was trying to practice parkour to get out of here. And I didn't have my elytra yet. We have my enchantment table on here. If I jump down into this little sewer here, you get a better view overall. Let me just hold shift so I don't fall off. And yeah, right here you can see here is our little island. And down here we have some glow lichen, which we added in 1.17. But I love the way this looks. I love the way that it's all textured. We even have the mob heads on the wall. I'm very, very happy with this build. It's definitely my favorite build in the whole world, as it was, again, when we started messing around with texturing after doing the mining outpost. So I was super happy with this. And I might include this in other parts of the world. I'm not sure yet. And this little sewer was just to add something as to why there would be water down in the bottom here. So we added the sewer, and then I had the wonderful idea to add a door to it, and then have something that thanks everyone who has ever subbed or gifted a sub on my Twitch channel. I have loads of different ones, so the iron is for anyone who's ever done a tier 1 sub on my Twitch channel. The diamond is anyone who's ever done a tier 2 sub, and then we have the netherite for anyone who's ever done a tier 3 sub, which is absolutely crazy. And then we have these people who could be tier 1, but they've also gifted a sub. And then anyone who is a tier 2 or higher gets their armor enchanted if they've gifted subs. And it does go for quite a long way. It goes all the way down there, and there's actually the start of a second floor. So like I keep saying over and over, thank you so much for all the support. I honestly am just blown away by how amazing that you guys are. Oh, beautiful. Landed first time correct. But yeah, I'm actually super happy with the way that everything has gone. And I hope that little pit down there is just a really nice way. I hope you feel the same. It's just a really nice way of having a physical memory of all the people that went above and beyond and wanted to support me on the journey. I just think it's a really cool thing. Okay, so now that we're at the portal, I will meet you on the other side. Okay, now that we're through the portal, I can show you all the cool things that we have in the Nether. And I've actually got a really cute Nether tunnel design, which looks even better in RTX, but I'm not going to show you that during this video because I don't want to switch between the two modes. Sorry for opening my inventory. I do that all the time. Since I'm recording this after I've done a little bit more work on this. There's some more things through this wall here, but we actually have a way up to the roof of the Nether because we used the powdered snow trick to get up here. And about 3,000 blocks that way, there is a Wither Skeleton School farm. It is the JC Plays design, so if you guys want to see it, it literally looks exactly like the tutorial, so I don't need to go over there and show it to you because, you can just watch the tutorial, give the person who actually made the farm the views. I think that's a fair way to show that one off without, wasting your guys' time. So 3,000 blocks that way. There's another hole in the roof of the Nether, and we have a Wither Skeleton farm that we use to absolutely cheese the Wither, and you'll see our Wither cheese station later. And of course, you got to use the powdered snow because we can't use water buckets to stop fall damage in the Nether, so we have a little powdered snow there to protect us. And here, one thing that you guys do need to do with the new update is get rid of this carpet. So because of the way piglet and bartering farms work, they used to work with the carpet. Now, if you do build one of these, get rid of that carpet and it should work fine. Behind this wall here, I actually have a Nether gold ore that I will flick the lever on. It pulls it back and forth on a little clock, and it aggroes these two guys here. Then I flick this dispenser, and behind here, I have a little chest of overflow items. But I have my dispenser up here, that drops the gold onto them, and then they do all the instant trading. So I do want to expand this because I do need a lot more blackstone for the tunnels because they go a long way. And for example, like this way, you'll see that there's another long tunnel which goes to my desert, goes to my creeper farm, and goes to the place where I tried to get a blue axolotl. I didn't get a blue axolotl. So that is what goes down there, and you'll see little cinematic shots of those at the end because there isn't really much to say about those areas, but they are part of the world, so I will show you them, but obviously I won't give you a full rundown on what they are. So if you want to see what they look like, stick around to the end and you'll see all of the farms that don't make it into this part of the tour at the end as cinematic shots. And then this way, we actually have the pig that we were talking about earlier. This beautiful person here is Piggerton. So Piggerton is the person that we always talk about in our streams. We used to be able to dance to pig step. Like I said, we had pig step, but then DMCA became a problem. So now that doesn't happen very often. If you want to know what this book says, you will have to come over to the Twitch streams because you want to know what it says. Trust me. Hey, excuse me, Piggerton. I know you're excited to see me, dude. It's so good to see you. But yeah, if I had my coordinates on, you can see the house is exactly the same as what was once in the overworld. So for some unknown reason, and this is what started the law of my world. So our law is distortion and things corrupting. And Piggerton was hit by lightning and his whole body was corrupted into a zombified piglin. And somehow his entire building, his entire house, was also transported to the Nether. We actually have a glass border on it to protect it from gas shooting it when I'm inside it. So that is why the glass border is there. But obviously that wasn't here when we first found him again. So it was you know, a really cool weird thing that happened. You know, even this changed to lava and the carrots changed to Neverwart. Super weird, but it's so good that we didn't lose our best friend in this world. So it's good to see you, dude. You know, give you a quick little hug. And oh, dude, you did. Oh, thank you. You know, I do miss you. But I have to show all these lovely people around the world. Dude, I will be back. You know, I come back to see you every stream. I come back to see you every stream. Don't worry, I will be back. And you know, thank you for giving the people of the stream a little bit of a cuddle. The stream. See, this shows you how much I stream. The people that Piggerton. I know I said stream. I meant video. Okay, Piggerton. Don't be rude. Don't be rude. Say, you know, but. Okay, yep, it's time to say bye. Thank you, dude. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you later, okay? I'll go show them the XP farm. Good idea. I'll go show them the XP farm. So, as Piggerton has instructed me to, I've got to go show you guys the now broken XP farm. And let's just laugh at that guy for a second. That guy's trapped. But before I show you the XP farm, this is where we had an upside-down strider named Dinnerbone. It died. It suffocated. I eventually ended up moving. It suffocated on this block here. But, obviously, I ended up removing the lava that was there. Rest in peace, Dinnerbone. We hardly used you, but you were a part of the world, and we gave you a little grave. And this part here is actually a very special part of the world. And like I said, I wouldn't normally go to show you guys XP farms or like any kind of farms, but this is one of the best videos or most viewed videos I have on my YouTube channel. And it's such a sad thing that this is now a broken farm. It's now absolutely broken. We have a little door through the portal just to make sure that no zombified piglins come in here. And this bit here, we have 2 zombie spawners. We have one on that side and one on that side. There are water elevators. If I quickly break through here, you'll see them. We have water elevators that take them all the way up to, I think it was like 24 blocks above there, and they all fall down, and we collect the items in there. So that's what I said when I said chainmail became so easy to get. That is why we had 2 zombie spawners, which are now turned off. We've got them all lit up, so they don't actually cause any zombies to spawn. But because of this is where I used to have to repair all my tools, and it used to take hours after a stream. I would spend like 2 hours after a stream repairing my tools. It was so slow. And then the Pog Goat, wonderfully named by Renegade. This farm here, this is the farm that saved me so much time, and it got me to 10,000 XP levels before I died. I'm not even joking when I say that. We got to 10,000 XP levels. And the reason for that is, if I quickly run down here, this was pre 1.18. So a lot of this is what used to be Bedrock. So there's a reason the chests are all over the place. You know, I even removed some of it just to try and help me get down. But, you know, there's 25 double chests of baked potatoes with all the hoppers that we used to get XP. And it would take us from level 0 all the way up to level 73. And I actually haven't used it. And since the update, we have one final use of this XP farm, because we are actually playing in a replica of this world. So there's one more use, and I want to show you what this farm used to do. So if I place a piece of coal in, which is going to be too much, all you had to do was cook it, wait for it to be there, and then you take it out, and you can see we were level 412, and now we've gone up 8 levels from those 2 baked potatoes. But unfortunately, now from this point, that XP farm will no longer work. But I just wanted to show you guys how it worked, and it was nice that I could do that in this world. Thank you to the copy for allowing me to do that. And you know, that was, a really cool farm. It was a great way to repair my tools instantly. And, even my armor just repaired everything instantly. It was absolutely amazing. And I'm going to miss it. I am going to miss this XP farm. There is another glitch that we're currently using, but, surely that will get patched soon. So, rest in peace to the furnaces. And, on that note, it's time to take you back to where I was in the Nether. I'll meet you there. 07 to the furnace. So we're now back at the start. You can see the Nether portal is there. And the reason we're coming to this point and not directly to the next project is that this section here actually brings us to one of our completed projects, which is our end dimension, and also our current project, which we are currently draining an ocean monument. So we're actually going to go to our current project first, because trust me, the end dimension is worth the wait. And we're currently, as I said, draining an ocean monument, and the idea is that we are going to turn this ocean monument into a Nether monument. So we are playing on the distortion law that I told you about when we were stood with Piggerton. So let's go through the portal and show you what we are up to at this point after 10,000 days. We have a little cactus farm that, churns out cactus at a pretty good rate. Another XP farm that is now unfortunately broken. We have a dripstone farm, because it turns out we didn't actually have that much dripstone. So thank you to, as much as this pains me to say, thank you to the wandering trader that allowed me to have enough dripstone to get that farm going, and then also got us enough dripstone to start a pretty small lava farm, but it will help us with what we'll be doing in the future. Obviously, because I've been extending this project on the current Twitch channel is much further ahead, but after 10,000 days, this is where the project was up to. We have an island where all our little storage is. It's just a load of chests. You don't really need to see that. These little things here are holding our conduits, which is why they are there. The inside of the monument is, I definitely meant that. The inside of our monument is, not drained yet. As you can see, it's still being held up by little pieces of sand that you can see through there. And we still have all of this to drain at this point in the world. You 100%, you should come to the Twitch channel and check out how much progress we made. It is unreal how much further along this is. But even for where we are, I'm still super proud of the point that we got to with this project at the 10k day stage. And even at this point, I was still super excited to see where it was going. This has all been changed to glass. Little bits and pieces have been gone. All this is drained. And yeah, like I said, you should 100% come check it out. It's absolutely incredible. The idea is we're going to dig all this down to Y level 0. We're going to add Nether biomes in the bottom part. So we're probably going to add things such as not a Nether waste, because Nether waste are, in my opinion, a little bit boring. We're probably going to add, like a warped forest, a crimson forest, a basalt delta, and it should hopefully look really good down there. I'm excited to see how it develops in the future. But for now, let's go back into the Nether and head towards our end dimension. We're at the Nether portal that takes us through to our end dimension. And to get the full effect of this, and I say end dimension, I mean end dimension, I'm going to remove my hotbar, and you just watch me walk down these tunnels to this point. So what I'm going to do is I'll go through the portal and show it to you so you get the full view of what it is. So you'll see that we are inside an obsidian pillar, and as we go out, there are the other end pillars, the obsidian pillars, and also a dragon in the middle, which is actually holding our egg. And okay, I am telling a little bit of a porky. This is where our stronghold is, and all I did was change the time of day to nighttime, and then I turned my render distance down so you guys couldn't see all the things that were around it. I usually play at 28 chunks, so it would have given away the parts all around the outside. But I do have a load of obsidian pillars, some with gates or with end crystals, and we have a dragon protecting our second egg in this world. So you remember earlier in the video I showed you the dragon egg that I had at my base, this is where the second dragon egg is, right there. And we can actually get a full view of this build from this little platform that I built a very long time ago. So if I plop myself down here, and again we'll just press F1 so you guys can see it in its full glory. We have a broken end island in the middle, the dragon protecting the dragon egg with all the obsidian towers there just to make it look super cool. And this entire area is a 255 by 255 area, and I dug it out all by hand. Okay, so we took a load of haste 2 beacons, dug it out, made circles because I thought the circle would look cooler than a square, and we have concrete underneath each one of those layers, and on top of that we actually have wool. We have carpets, which that is our sheep farm right there that has given us a load of wool. And if we fly down without taking damage, you'll see that the entire floor is made out of carpet. And the idea of that was to make this entire 255 by 255 area completely non-spawnable for hostile mobs. And I think it actually looks super cool overall. I hope you guys agree. There are plans to extend it so it doesn't look so circular on the outside, but for where we are with it, I'm super happy with the way it looks. And obviously you can see the end portal. It's time to actually jump through it and show you what's on the other side. So I will show you what is on that side, and I'll see you there in just a moment. So we are actually now in the end dimension. I know it might be a little bit difficult for you to trust me after I just tried to trick you in the previous clip, but this is actually our end island, and this is what it looks like. So this is Iceman Land, named by the wonderful Iceman from my Twitch streams. There's quite a few redeemed names in here that you will see as we go through. The entire fishes, tropical fishes in that pond right in front of you, are also named by people from the Twitch stream. So it's actually such a cool way to integrate the Twitch streams to this world. But from here, you can see that we completely transformed the end island into an overworld end island. We have my house, we have a village, and we have every type of growable crop that there is in here. So we have wheat, we have potatoes, carrots, beetroot, melons, and even pumpkins all the way over there. And it doesn't just stop up on the top part here. We actually made sure that we went all the way under there. Ooh, that's going to give away a little secret that you'll see later on. We went all the way around and made sure that the entire island had stone around it. So it was a complete overworld island. We have 20 beacons that go through each one of the end gateways to give it this really cool overall look, and I'm really proud of the way that this whole build came out. If we land down here, you'll see an exact replica of my house from the overworld, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And when I say exact replica, other than the clock going absolutely crazy to let me know not to ever sleep in this bed, we have everything up until the inspiration is your only limit quote on the golden carrot. Obviously, the only thing we don't have is all the items in the chest, because it would kind of be silly to have all those items in here. But from our dock area, if we look in this beautiful lake, which actually goes to a little waterfall, you'll see that we have some ocean ruins. We have a ruined portal, even with a gold block, coral, and although we don't have any spawning right now, we actually do very occasionally get glow squid spawning down there. So it's really colorful, vibrant, and it looks absolutely amazing in that spot there. So if I ever did want to go fishing, that is probably the place I would do it, because we have everything lit up, as you can tell by the absolute excessive amount of lanterns that we have in this world. We have everything lit up so that no enderman can spawn on this entire island. So this entire island is completely spawn proofed. No enderman can ever spawn on here, so it's absolutely fantastic. It's safe. I don't have to worry about looking at an enderman in the eye, and it's really useful for when we come to this point here, which is killing them bad boys, which means we put our withers in this spot here, we glitch it into the bedrock, and we watch it suffocate to death. And even down here, for example, we really make full use of it because we have a wither rose farm. We put loads of eggs inside this dispenser here. we throw the chickens, and then the chickens will put wither roses in those chests when they die. So we make full use of the wither killer, which is, believe it or not, the entire purpose of changing this end island into an overworld island. So all the work that you saw for the stronghold to mine it all the way down to the end portal, up to this point here with the wither killer, all of that was to build a wither killer. Some people call it a little bit excessive. I call it, I wanted this tiny farm to look good. And I think it does. You know, we have horses in here. We have Amigo. We have our sunflower that showed us exactly which way that we were supposed to get the wither to go into the portal. It brings us into the village of Sabreshire, which actually only has one occupant. It used to have way more occupants. He's hiding up here. But because of a bug that was duplicating villagers in the end and causing corruptions, I had to murder what I thought was all the villagers at the time. But because that guy was sneakily hiding on the second floor, he managed to survive. So there's one person who survived from the great massacre of 2021. Yeah, we even have a few pets in here. We got Georgie the cat, very cutely named. And we actually have a mayor. We have a mayor of this village. And his name is Starkiller. That's not a joke. Twitch chat actually named the pink sheep Starkiller. And this is a naturally spawning pink sheep. We kicked it through the end portal. So we've got a naturally spawning pink sheep named Starkiller that is the mayor of the cows and the pigs, because they're the only things that's left. Georgie's left by themselves. Amigo too. But we have full exact replica sizes of all of these buildings. Like even from the inside, as you can tell, we used to have villagers in here because their job blocks are still there. And you know, even in here, we have a bed to signify that there used to be a villager. And you know, it's sad that they did have to go because it was nice to have the end feel so alive, but I would rather get rid of them instead of wondering, is my world going to corrupt every time I come into the end? But it's such a cool place to be. I love it. And then obviously we kill the wither on this side, and then on the other side we have a little platform that leads us out of this wonderful dimension. And you know, that platform that you saw that's just behind where I was through the other side of where that end gateway was such a really cool way to see the whole island. You know, see that the end gates have beacons, and I just thought that it added some crazy mystical effects to the amazing way that the island already looks. It is one of the biggest projects that I've ever done, and I'm absolutely proud of it, and I hope you guys like it as well. But obviously, there isn't really that much more to this whole place. This place that took 8-9 months to build with the other side of the portal, the other side of the end portal, with the end void that we have. So 8-9 months work, and it's really cool to just show off, but there isn't really much substance to it. So without further ado, I think it's time that we go back to the overworld and show you what's there. And that right there, guys, is the end of the world tour. I really hoped that you enjoyed it, because I thought we would end the tour in the same place that the world was created. Obviously, the obsidian square was not there, but because we have a wither killer on the other side, the obsidian is just to stop most of this area from getting destroyed. I just thought it would be a full, amazing, full circle experience to finish exactly where we created the world on April 19 of 2020. I know I didn't get to show you all the farms and everything in the world, but they will be shown in a cinematic video that will follow this little part here. Again, I want to express my utmost gratitude to all of you for supporting me. We've gone from directly streaming from my PlayStation 4 to having this absolutely incredible world on an entire PC setup, and I absolutely can't thank you enough for you guys allowing me to make these upgrades and enabling me to make better and awesome content for you. Obviously, at this stage of the video, I'm going to ask you, if you are new around here, please subscribe. If you did enjoy the video, absolutely hit that like button. I absolutely would appreciate it. And if you really did like it and you want to show a really cool Bedrock world that was done completely solo, please share it with your friends and families. And of course, guys, it's still a scary place out there. Stay safe, and I hope you enjoy the last part of the video. And here is to the next 10,000 days. Bye.
Your smile drags me you feel